Hello, is that Luana?
Yeah, how you going? Is that Neil?
It is. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Um, I was speaking to your brother Nick,
Yeah.
and he mentioned that you've had an unusual encounter with a couple of animals.
Yeah, well, there was two of them.
Okay,
Me and my husband, actually. Well, it wasn't just me. My husband. My husband's seen them a little bit more than me.
okay,
He's seen them. He's seen them a little bit longer than me. As soon as I sort of seen it, I ran. I ran back to the car.
okay. How long ago was this?
Oh, this was about 2 months ago.
Okay, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. No, it was only 2 months ago. About two
Um,
months ago.
what's the general area where it happened?
Well, it's at the back of a shooting range, but there's a lot of bush and there's a couple of hundred hectares of bush and that out there. But where we had seen them, it wasn't in the scrub. It was out on it was sort of an open plain, but it's a really tall, grassy open plain. And
Okay,
it's got a bit of an incline, and we were standing at the bottom of the incline, and they were pretty much on the edge of that plain and the bush. It's like a fence, and then that's where the scrub starts.
okay.
They were sort of around there.
Now you're in New South Wales, aren't you?
Yeah, New South Wales.
So this is sort of up near the Blue Mountains.
No, southwest Sydney.
Okay, so you were on the fringe of the burbs almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what time of day was it?
Oh, it was late. It would have been going on to 7 o'clock. But
So
with daylight savings,
so it was still reasonable light.
reasonable light. The sun would have only just been starting to go down.
Yep. So it's just on dusk kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yous were
The
just
sun.
out going for a walk, were you?
Yeah. Well, my husband's from overseas.
Yep.
And he hasn't seen a kangaroo before and all that sort of stuff. And so we went out there just so he could see some of the kangaroos out there.
Yep.
And we ended up. So this was maybe the second or third time that we went out that way. Because we know that time of day we're going to see a lot of roos. So
Yep.
we went out there at that time, and as we were leaving, we thought, oh, we'll go this way, and then so we went out to where that open sort of plain is, and then that's when we seen them sort of coming down from that incline on the grass in the little grassy area.
So what sort of distance away from you were they in metres?
They would have been about 150 metres away.
Okay. And
But because it's such an open space that you can see them easily, and because they were on an incline, you could see them clear as day, because there was nothing in the way. There was no trees or anything like that.
so
in the way.
nothing
It's
was
sort of
obscuring
open,
your view.
yeah, open paddock, and dead smack in the middle of that open paddock there.
Okay, so describe the animals for me. What were they doing? How big were they? All that sort of stuff.
When we had seen them, or when I seen it, it was just sort of. It looked like it was crouched. I wouldn't say no, not crouched. It was sort of like, when cats sort of just they don't crouch down. They're just sort of they're just looking through the grass.
Yeah.
They're sort of put their shoulders down.
Okay, so
Their shoulders down and their legs sort of up at the back, and they're just sort of moving forward, sort of just
like very cautiously.
yeah, but fast, fast, sort of just like for a rabbit or something in there, in the grass. But like it's just, it spotted something in the grass there. And it was just sort of, looking through the grass, and it had its head down. And like I said, as soon as I seen it, all I seen was the big shoulders. And you know, with cats, you know, when they're sort of like moving around in the sunlight, you can sort of see the shape of their shoulder blades because of the fur.
Yeah.
The sort of the shine of the fur, and it was black. It was just black, and then just the shoulder blades. And then as soon as I seen that, I ran straight back to the car, and my husband was there. And it wasn't until we got up a bit sort of near the car, and he said there was two of them. It was, I knew straight away. I thought, that's a big cat there, you know. And I've never seen one before, but I know they're around. So that's why I took off straight away. And my husband said, that's when he said, there was another one there, not that far away from the other one, because he was watching them, and he was the one who said to me, he said, what's that? And I said, what? Because I was looking at something else, and he's like, what's that? And he's like, that thing there, that black thing. And then I looked, and then as soon as I seen it, I ran. Yeah.
So when you say big cat, what makes
150 metres away, so, you know, if it wanted to catch up, it would have caught up. It was huge.
That's why you hightailed it out of there.
Yeah, I ran straight away.
So when you say big cat, are you familiar with any type of cat that it may have looked like?
Well, yeah, like a panther. But I couldn't see the face. I could just see because its head was down in the grass, I could just see the body up on top of the grass. And the grass would have been over a metre high.
And you could see its bum in the air.
Yeah, I could see the sort of top half of it above the grass. And because it was on that incline too, coming down, and we was down the bottom of that, I could see it, you know, even better.
Yep.
And yeah, hang on, I got my husband here with me. But as soon as we got back to the car, I looked up. I said, I just looked up like Big Cats Australia, and I went to one of the videos of a sighting last year. It was up in North Sydney, I think. And I had a look at the video, and I showed my husband, and he's like, "Yeah, that was it. That's what we seen. It was one of those."
Okay, so was the head sort of in proportion to the body, or did it look like it was small or big, or the head looked like perfectly in... Oh, you didn't really see the head, you said?
The head of that thing.
Yeah.
G'day, mate, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Who am I talking to?
I'm Luana's husband.
Okay, that's
Jason.
cool. Jason?
No, Basim.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I'm Neil.
Yeah.
Ivan put me on to... Nick. Is it Nick or Ivan? I'm
yeah.
confused. Nick put me on to you just a while ago and said you might want to have a chat about what you saw. What did you see, Matt? I've got a bit of a description from your wife.
Yeah, so, like she said, we was in like an open place, just some grass longer, and there is like inclined part of the land of the end, and there was in the middle between us and the panther there, it was a kangaroo sitting between us.
Okay.
So my wife was watching the kangaroos, and I was watching them. After that, I seen two black stuff moving at the top in that unclean part of the land. So I asked her, I said, what's this two black part there? And she said, where? I said, there. They walk. And she started running, and she started yelling, come on, let's go from here. And me, I didn't give attention. I was thinking that's maybe a horse, a cow, maybe a pig. And I didn't think for a second panther there.
Okay.
Yeah, so she put me a rush. I couldn't take no videos. I was about to take a video, but she kept yelling, come on, you know, she was so scared, so bad. She was running.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but when we got back to the car and I showed you that video.
Yeah, and that time I noticed that's painted there. Because he's looking the same, like I seen in the video. Like, like you can call it, like you can see a black tiger walking there. Same.
Yeah.
Only different with the color.
Okay.
And it was like a tiger walking with a shiny, like how we call it?
The shiny fur.
Yeah, shiny fur, blades of the shoulder. They walking slow, like they're gonna attack something. I don't know. The tiger is walking slow. No mate knows.
Like they were stalking something.
Yeah. Both of them. He was one in the front, one on his back, and they was walking.
So, if you had to say how big they were, bigger than a normal, say, a Labrador or German Shepherd?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We can call it like an adult one. They're not just baby one. They're not a couple of months. You can give him an age of 2 years, 2 years and a half, 3. That means his body is full, you know. You don't need to grow more.
Yeah. So, no other markings, just black shiny fur?
Yeah.
Yeah, no markings.
Okay.
They're black. Massive, long, like pretty much a cat.
Yep.
But
And muscular.
not being able to see the head of it because it was crouched down, sort of looking through the grass.
Yeah, you can see the head.
It was definitely just pretty much just like your house cat, but more definitely broader shoulders, and just the way that it moved, it was just stealth cat-like and just massive.
Yep.
And it was long. You know when the cat stretches out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they have that sort of stretch on the back of them, and then they stretch out, sort of like that.
Okay.
But just huge.
Excellent. And you sort of go that area still, or does that put you off going back there?
We ended up going back,
I got that.
and because after that, I jumped at everything for about 2 or 3 days. If anyone walked behind me, or I jumped. So I'm like, I can't be like this. I've got to go back there.
Okay.
And we went back there once since then, and it was a different time of day. It was earlier.
Yep.
And I just did that so I could just sort of get over my fear, because I was kind of a wreck after I'd seen that. I was just, I was really scared.
Yep.
And jumpy after that. So yeah, we went back and had a look.
They couldn't find them.
Yeah, we didn't see him after that. We was looking around for prints as well.
Okay.
We didn't see any prints or anything. But,
Oh, that's good that you sort of confronted your fear.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I've heard stories. You hear of the big cats up in Katoomba and
Lithgow,
and all of that sort of stuff. And
yeah,
I didn't think that we'd ever have them out this way.
So what's the area called, like near where you are, sort of thing, just to give us a rough idea?
It's Kemps Creek.
Okay, Kemps
so
Creek.
Where Nick lives, it's close to Nick.
Yeah, okay. Well, he was only about 20 k's from home when he saw what he thought was a thylacine the other week with his mate as well. So, these things are clearly not afraid of coming too close to suburbia.
Well, yeah, this would have been about. Well, we parked up near the new estate, but that new estate has only opened within the last 6 months.
Yep. So you don't have to walk far.
People have only started living in that new estate there for the past 6 months. It's very new.
Yeah.
And I parked the car there, and we sort of walked from there down, and it would be maybe like a kilometre from where the houses are. Probably less, even less than a kilometre. Maybe 800 metres.
Yeah, right. Not far at all.
Where the houses are to the bush, but that part of the bush you can't see from there. You can't see from the houses, so you can only get to that open plain if you walk through that scrub a bit.
Okay, so it's sort of sheltered from the houses.
It's sheltered from the houses. Yeah, you can't see it, or you can't sort of get to it unless you walk through the other scrub first.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fairly close to where the new housing estate is.
Okay. It'll probably get seen again then, I'd say. Then someone might get a video of it next time.
Yeah. But, I mean, well, since then my husband likes to go up there and he likes to go and have a look and that. But, yeah, well, he said he's definitely going to try and get it on video next time.
Yep.
Because, yeah, like, just, yeah.
If you've actually managed to get it on video and, you know, it clears out or you clear out, try and take a really good note of exactly where it was standing, because then if you get it on video and then you go back there when it's not there and you can go and stand up next to the spot where it was, you can get a scale reference for the actual size of the animal. So if you film the animal standing in the spot and then you get your husband to stand in the spot and film him later on, and you know he might be 5'10" tall, say, then you can actually work out how big the animal is that way, and it gives us a little bit more of a reference.
Do that next time. Yeah, we'll probably do that next time we go up there, and I'll take my son. My son's 15. He's like 6 foot.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll probably take him up there as well. And that'd be a good idea to do that because yeah, you could just tell, you know, that thing was massive.
Yep.
But to stand out there and then someone sort of stand back and then get that scale would be good because, yeah, it was over 100 kilos, this thing that we've seen.
Yeah, that's a big animal.
Sure.
That's a very big animal.
It was definitely, and that's what I said to Nick, like, you know, because he said, no, it couldn't have been a panther because panthers are small. And I said, this was well over 100 kilos.
Yeah.
Like, it was massive. What do you reckon? It would have been over 100 kilos.
Yeah.
And you seen the second one?
Yeah.
And it would have been over.
Yeah, both the same.
Both same.
They're the same shape. Yeah, they're both looking similar.
Were they both roughly the same size, were they?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
excellent. It
that's
was
fine.
probably a pair of adults then on the hunt.
Yeah, that would have been adults.
Yeah.
They were fully grown.
Yeah, they've only grown in. Yeah, I like watching them. I'm gonna try to take some video next time when I go there.
Sure. Well, look, if you have any luck, by all means, get back in touch. It would be good to get a look at it. But if you get something that's really quite good,
Yeah. Well, that's what Nick was saying. Like next time, you know, because we do go up there. Next time, you know, if you do see something, anything, just try and get a video. But yeah, no, we're definitely we'll send it to you if we catch anything out there.
yeah, no worries.
Even if we find a print that looks similar to it or anything, because
Yeah,
there's
big
been a lot of
big
rain.
prints. Now with cat prints, those cats of that size, they're going to have massive feet, but they don't leave any claw impressions. So if it happens to cross a creek in the sand or something, it'll just have the big plantar pad and then it will have the toe pads, but there won't be any claw impressions at all with a cat print of a big cat.
Oh, so they won't be no claws. Okay.
No, not with cats, because their claws retract when they walk.
Yeah.
But if it was, say, a thylacine or a marsupial lion or something, like something that's marsupial, they have really big claws, but they don't retract. They always leave big claw marks with their footprint.
Yeah.
Just as a bit of a rough idea. But, you know, I've got some thylacine prints from the mainland that are, you know, 4.5 inches wide and 6 inches long. They're massive. Really big. And I showed them to the Hobart Museum and, oh, no, they're not thylacine. They're too big. You know, like, well, you know, maybe you might be wrong too, you know.
They know everything.
Yeah. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but yeah, they're the experts, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, look, thanks very much. Thanks very much for your
that's
time.
all right.
And good luck, but be very careful wandering around out there. These things are quite capable of eating a person, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
If you've got like a walking stick, you know those bushwalking sticks that people use?
Yeah.
Something like that with a bit of a pointy end on it is always handy because, you know, if you've got a walking stick that's 4 feet long and it's rather sharp and pointy at the bottom, most things don't want to get jabbed, you know, if they do come near you.
Yeah, true.
So something that's pointy is a good defence against a wild animal like that because they have been known to attack people, and there's a couple of videos online where people have claimed they've been attacked by big cats in Australia.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't, you know, play with it too much. I wouldn't think it's going to be friendly to you. If it's hungry enough, it'll, you know, be inclined to hunt you as much as you're hunting it. So just be very, very careful. Hey?
Where would I find those videos?
Oh, there's one video I remember from there's a series on YouTube called Animal Mystery X, I think. And they do an episode about big cats, and there's a guy in there and there's photos of all the claw marks on his arms. He was putting the bin out. He's only a young lad, and he was putting the bin out at home, and he got attacked by this black panther somewhere in Victoria, I think it was, and his arm was all pretty scratched up. So, and you know, in Victoria alone, I think about half a dozen campers and bushwalkers disappear without a trace every year, on average. So, you know, we don't really know why people go missing in the bush. It would be nice to think that it's because they're not getting eaten by something, but I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Well,
just always be on your guard.
Well, when you see something like that massive, and you sort of know that, you know, a cat or something like that, it's like, you can't rule that out because it's a lot bigger than the, you know, average person.
Yeah, and I used to know an old fella who used to call himself Wally the Bush Cat, and he was a big cat hunter back in the 80s and the 90s. And he swore black and blue that big black cats were here before white people got here. He reckons that they came here with Phoenician or Egyptian sailors a long, long time ago.
Oh, okay.
So he reckons they've always been here, but, you know, because there are reports of big black cats in the 1800s, you know.
Yeah.
In the newspapers and stuff. There's a lot of strange things reported being seen in this country well before the advent of the camera even, you know. So who knows? Who knows what's out there? But just always be on your toes when you are out there. That's all I say.
Yeah.
Never get complacent.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for that.
No worries.
To let you know about our little experience up there.
Yeah. Now, your brother said it was okay to record this. Are you okay with me using this just as an interview for people to have a listen to on like a podcast?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, no worries, because we've kept the identity pretty well, you know, and your identity is just your first name, so you shouldn't get any flack for it or anything like that.
No, that's fine.
All right, no worries. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate the your time. So, let us know if anything else happens. Stay in touch.
Yeah, we will.
Awesome. All right, well, good luck.
Thank you. You too.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.